All right, what's going on, folks? Thought I'd get in here a little bit early. How do I sound? Is my sound okay? Yeah. What's going on? Somebody give me a sound check, please. I hear it. All right. Who's in here tonight? Buzz Runner's back with us. There we go. All right. Who's the first one? Glenn Anderson. Yep. There we go. Tammy, my girl Tammy Joe's here. Bill is with us. Pauline Parker made it. Glad you made it, Pauline. I don't expect a lot to be here right now because I did come in a little early, but hey, we'll get it going officially at 8 o'clock. Linda's with us. Yeah, there we go. Linda Farrow. Sheila made it back. Glad you're with us, Sheila. Appreciate it every time you folks show up here. Hillside Prepstead. I always want to say prepper, but you got Prepstead there, but just wanted to drop in a little early and, leave a few comments.
Jones is here.
See how you guys are doing. We'll make it official at 8 o'clock. I'll do my little countdown thing, and then we'll get into the stories I want to cover and some of the crap that's happened. Oh my goodness. You say Debbie's here?
Yep.
I don't see her. Yeah.
Brass Monster 3.
Debbie's with us.
Is that a new person? Brass Monster 3.
Yeah, must be.
Kayla
Starrett's with us. All right. There's Debbie right there. She wants to say hello to everybody. Who else we got here? There's a new one. Grass Monster 3. All right. Appreciate you being here with us tonight. Hopefully we'll have a little fun and stir up a little crap. And hey, Kayla, how are you tonight? Fluffy's with us. There we go. That's one of the OGs right there. First and goal. Yep. There we go. Yeah, we got a good bunch in here already, and it ain't even time to start yet. So
all the cool kids are here.
That's right. Cool kids show up early. Everybody knows that. So hope y'all had a good weekend. It cooled off a little bit down here in Florida yesterday. Was it yesterday it cooled off a little bit?
Yesterday, today.
Yeah, humidity went down, and it didn't kill you to walk to your mailbox.
Well, it looks like Grass Monster came across from Scottish Urban Prepper.
All right.
Yeah, welcome.
I wish David was back with us. Welcome you over here. I truly do. And if you're over there across the pond, thanks for staying up late and joining us. I know it's kind of hard for you folks over there to catch a live stream, so hopefully you're catching a replay when you wake up in the morning. But those of you that make that special effort, I really do appreciate it. But what we got here? We got another minute or so before we have to get official. Can you hear that ticking?
Oh, I can hear it. I don't know if they can.
Hey, I need that. It's hot. It's hot. If you're hearing a ticking, guys, it's my fan up there overhead. I got it on high. And Lynn is with us. Hey, Lynn. Hate to hear about what happened to you, girl. I truly do. That's terrible. Hopefully you'll do something to take care of that situation. PA EMT is back with us. It's been a couple of weeks since you've been here. So thanks for coming back. And it's 7 o'clock. So let's make this official. Hang on. All right, it's Monday night, guys. Hope you folks had a wonderful weekend. I appreciate every one of you being here with me tonight. I really enjoy getting there a little early every now and then and talking to folks. It's good to see who's really wanting to know what's going on from my perspective, which is kind of skewed. I'll give you that. But I want to, I usually start off with something foolish, but tonight I want to start off with something serious. One of the members of our community lost a family member, Lynn Stalker. I want you folks to send out your thoughts and prayers. One of her fur babies, Chevy, really, it was unnecessary what happened. But like I said, just keep her in your thoughts and prayers. And I don't know about you, but when I lose, one of my pets from a long time, it's just like losing a family member. So that's the way I see it. So let's keep her in our prayers, guys. But like I said, you need to do something about it. Don't just sit on it. What they did was absolute negligence. So make sure they pay for it. All right, let's get on with it. Let's start with the ludicrous like we always do. This Jason Aldean mess, they're still pumping that up on a lot of news sources, and it looks like it's just making the guy richer by the day. You can see right there that video's been out 10 days. It's had 17 million hits in 10 days. 1.7 million hits a day. I wish I could get that. But the liberals doing all their complaining, they're just making that boy more money and making him stronger. And at the same time, CMT is starting to get the Bud Light treatment. They never should have pulled that video. People are starting to not watch that channel. Of course, you got the right not to. Like I said, I never call for a boycott of anything. Just because I don't want to do something don't mean you shouldn't. But you'd think these people would wake up eventually. I know they're based in Nashville, and that's where I'm from. And I cannot believe what that town has turned into since I left. It is straight up a liberal shithole. If you look at how the state elections go up there, or the federal elections go up there, the state from border to border, east to west, north to south is red, except there's two little blue dots there. Memphis, which has always been crap and always will be, and now Nashville is. It's you got all those liberals moving into Nashville from California and Michigan, and it's starting to take a toll up there. Sales taxes through the roof, property taxes skyrocketed. Housing prices are just unreachable for the average Tennessean. And that's what happens when you start, instituting liberal policies. Nashville's gone to hell. It'll never be Nashville again. It's just Hollywood South is what I call it. So, that's going to come back to bite them. It's already biting them. Nashvillians are leaving town like liberals are leaving California. I should say conservatives are leaving California. But Nashvillians are bailing out of there. They're moving around to the little surrounding cities outside of Davidson County. And it's costing them tax dollars wise. So they'll never learn, though. They're liberals. Got liberals running that town. They'll never learn. They'll just keep driving it further and further into the ground. But hey, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm not. What else we got going on here? Tornado damage to the Pfizer plant. I know we've all heard about that. I've seen several prepper videos about that myself. A lot of them talking about, oh, it's going to be a shortage. It's going to be a shortage. No, it's not going to be a shortage. A lot of medications were destroyed. Thankfully, they saved all of these. They were in another location, so that's safe. I know we all feel better about that. But you can see right there that the FDA is saying they don't think it's going to cause a shortage in any kind of serious medications for folks. So hopefully they're right on that. And, we'll see. We just got to see how it shakes out. But South Africa, we all know what's going on over there. I've been telling you guys. I've got contacts over there that's filling me in on their their power grid situation. But they're kind of bragging about being, ahead of the curve on the 2025 target date for their emissions. As power plants break down, they don't put them back online. And they got their citizens sitting in the dark. And you got to remember, it's wintertime in the southern hemisphere. So places like Cape Town, where I got a contact, those people are sitting there freezing in the dark. Well, their politicians are bragging about they're doing better than expected on the emissions projects. So that's what they think about the people that live there. They don't give a damn about them. And this is just proof. So that's why you need to get ready yourself for what might be coming, because our government's the same way. They don't give a damn about us. They never have. They never will. And it's not going to change. I don't care who's elected president, who's in control of which chamber of Congress. It's not going to matter. They're all in this together. It's all about the duckies getting that money. So we all know how that's working out, and it's not looking too good. Well, Lynn, we're sorry about what happened. I hate to hear that.
She just updated. She was actually posting, warning people about the place.
Right.
It was not her dog.
Oh, it wasn't
It
her
was
dog?
someone else's dog. So still sad for the dog it happened to, but
Okay.
thankfully Lynn's dog is sitting on the couch next to her.
Oh, good. All
So,
right.
yay.
Right there it is. But hey, shouldn't happen to any dog. That's for sure.
Yeah, that was a horrible story.
Yeah. Yeah. But somebody needs to do something to take action against those folks. I'm glad it wasn't you personally. That does help things out a little bit. But let's get back on topic here. Like I was talking about the power problems in South Africa. Right now, we're going through this massive heat wave. It's going to be the end of the world, according to, climate change fanatics. But it's just, you should be getting ready on your own, just in case those rolling blackouts do show up. We're just now getting into the middle of the, summer here in the United States. So we might see some, like I said, some rolling blackouts. You never know. I know in Texas, the grid's still a little stressed in parts of the West, especially California. They have that South Africa frame of mind where they want to reduce as much as possible, no matter what it costs. So you folks out there need to get ready for it, just in case.
Seems like Texas can't keep their people warm.
Yeah, Texas is they're already putting out warnings that their grid's stressed, but they haven't had any blackouts yet. So hopefully we'll get through the summer without that happening. But let's go on to these beautiful ladies right here. The women's U.S. soccer team. What kind of disgrace can they be to our country before people stop supporting them? They refused, to sing for the national anthem during the game the other day when it was playing. Several of them were just conversing back and forth like, nothing was going on, and they were just having their nice casual conversations, and just a total disrespect for our country. And, I've had it with them. I never was much of a soccer fan anyway, but when I did watch soccer, the teams that I did support the U.S., women's team for a long time. But once they started all this political crap a few years back, I'm done with them. If you want to watch them, but I'm not going to. XNYC Preppers in the house. All right. Get over there and check out his videos. He's got some good stuff going on right now. He's wanting to help you out with your self-defense, which is something we're going to talk about here in just a few minutes. But let's get into some serious topics. We went through all the crap. But let's get into the serious stuff. Feds launched FedNow on last Thursday. But right now it's just a system between banking institutions where they can exchange money, in the blink of an eye practically, digitally. A lot of people think that this is just the start of instituting it nationwide on everybody. Uh, I don't know. I think eventually that will happen. They're going to have to do that to try to save our economy. That's probably the only way they're going to, save it. They're not going to save it. Let me put it that way. They're just going to delay it with this process. Excuse me, guys. But I was talking to somebody the other day who was worried about this digital currency coming into place. And they said, well, what's going to happen with all of my money? What's going to happen with what's in the bank? Well, honestly, the only thing I think they could do to make it float is give you like dollar for dollar. Your digital dollars will equate to the dollars you have in the bank. That's the only way they're going to sell it to the public when they get ready to do it. If they don't do it that way, then it's just going to cause a big panic and it's going to be a problem. But they did kick it off on Thursday, so we need to see how that's going to work out. Hopefully it won't work. I mean, we're destined, our economy is destined to fail, guys. I hate to tell you that, I truly do. But if you just watch it, the financial markets, that's right there, financial and slavery is what it is. But if you will just watch those money markets, let's see where the debt clock is right now. I hadn't checked that today. Let's see what we got here. We are 32 trillion 614 billion plus, which means it's $97,318 that you owe the government right now. You. They say you owe them that much because they're spending your money, pissing it away, on things they don't need to. I guess our biggest debt recently has been the war in Ukraine, but that's just getting worse and worse and worse. There's no end to that. The way they're doing it, there's no end to it. And our government keeps saying they're going to keep supplying Ukraine with all the munitions they need or whatever. Well, we're running out. And that's not a secret. We're running out of ammunition to send over there. And hopefully this government's, maybe keeping enough in stock to protect us. But I don't see that because they're not doing that with the strategic oil reserve. They've drained our strategic oil reserve by 50%. They have no plans of replenishing that. And they're still drawing from it just to try to keep gas prices down here in the United States. It's all about trying to look good instead of be strong. And that's what's going to cost us. In the end, it's going to be bad. If we don't have the oil we need to defend our country, if we don't have the munitions we need, if we don't have the personnel we need, the young men and women that want to join the military are not the kind of people that want to be sat there and preached to about, gender equality or stuff like that. They want to learn to fight. They want to defend our country. And they're not on board with all that social bullshit. They're shoving down the cadets' throats now, or recruits' throats throughout our military. And this is the problem right here. Experts have warned our government that if China does go to war in Taiwan, we cannot fight them. They'll take Taiwan in a day, maybe two. We've armed Taiwan pretty good. They're going to fight back the best they can. But that little tiny island cannot hold enough ammunition to defend itself from the nation of China. And there's not a damn thing we can do about it. We're not ready for that. Like I said, we don't have the personnel. We don't have the munitions, and we don't have the oil reserves we need to defend our own country here. They're doing this on purpose, and it's ridiculous. And that's why you need to make sure you get ready for what's coming. I skewed off there, didn't I? I was talking about money.
Say hi to Craig. He's here.
Craig's in the house. All right, there he is. What's going on, my friend? I hadn't seen you in a few weeks, but you're a world traveler. I understand that. You're all over the globe all the time.
North Carolina right now.
Yeah, he's in his hole.
He's in his hole.
Yeah, he's in his hole. When things go sideways, that's where he's going to be, is where he is right now. But let me get back on the money real quick. I had something else I wanted to talk about before I got off on China, but I already went there. So right there. BRICS plan to float a common currency and India's reaction. India don't want to do that. They don't want to create a BRICS dollar. Their diplomats come out and said it straight up. They would rather work more on, you know, shoring up their own currency instead of creating something to replace it. It's called the rupee, I think it is. Yeah, they actually want to work more on doing that and being able to trade with their own currency around the world instead of all of these BRICS nations saying, okay, you know, we're going to create our own currency and that's going to be it. We're going to challenge the dollar. But India might have saved us right there, guys. I know they're all going to be meeting next month. I don't know how the countries that are actually what they would call, I guess, charter members is what you call them. Who is it? Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South America. I'm not sure how they would do that if they would vote and say, okay, you know, the majority rules. If the majority wants to institute this currency, then that's what we're going to do. Or if, you know, just one abstention or objection could stop it all. But India does not want to do that. So they've kind of thrown the US dollar a bone here. They're trying to help us out. They're trying to keep our money as, you know, the top currency in the world as far as world trade goes. So we got to, you know, appreciate that. Thank goodness they stepped up to do that. And they made it public. So when the other countries do vote on that, like I said, hopefully it's not a majority rules thing. I'm not sure how their charters are laid out, but we'll know next month. That's for sure. NC Preppers in the house. All right. Appreciate you guys being here. Tim Grayson is with us. There we go. But hopefully that'll be enough to stop it. There's been indications out there that it's coming and the date's getting close. So we'll see what happens. But I got to say, you got to get ready for it. You know what I'm going to tell you? Get out there and buy those precious metals. Let's see where silver is. I know the price has been going down lately. It's at $24.53 right now. If you'll remember, it was over $25. It was $25.30 something, I think, last week when we were here. It's dropping back down, so hopefully it'll get down below 24 soon. And when it does, that's when I'm going to tell you, go get it. Hey, it was awesome to have you guys here. Like I told you earlier, I wish we lived close together. We'd have a blast, buddy. But we might be coming up your way pretty soon. Maybe in the fall. You want to go in the fall or? Yeah. We'll see what we can work out. We might get up that way. Maybe right before or right after the holidays. But let's hope India can head this off for us, folks. Because I think that's the only way it's going to stop. I think they probably got billions and billions and billions of US dollars. And they're afraid they're going to lose that money if BRICS is established. So they're trying to fend that off a little bit. So those US dollars they have will still be good. So, all right, then, let's get on. One of the things I want to talk to you about tonight, especially here in the state of Florida, is now you can all carry a handgun. As long as you're not a convicted felon and you're over 21 years of age. 21 or over, let me put it that way. But learning how to use that gun is vital. It is absolutely vital, guys. You got to get trained with it. But what you also need to learn is when not to use that gun. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips right here, right now. Hopefully it'll help you. Don't try to be a hero with those guns. You need to have those guns for one reason and one reason only. That's to save your butt. Okay. AppMex is having a sale right now. All right, go over there and check that out. Pop that website up in the comments there so people can go click on that. And I'd appreciate it. And welcome aboard, Florida Granny. All right. But the woke will never admit failure. They're just He just doubled down. That's right. That's the damn truth right there. But if you are carrying that handgun for the first time in your life, like I said, it's not there for you to be a hero. It's there for you to protect yourself. And that means if there's one thing that will neutralize any physical threat, folks, and that's distance. Okay? You use that weapon to get away from the threat. You shouldn't have it and shouldn't want to use it to try to neutralize a threat. Like I've said before, in a Walmart, you're back in the sporting goods section, and you hear shots fired up near the front of the store. No, don't pull your gun and go try to neutralize that threat. You pull your gun, you get your ass out of the nearest exit, and that's what that gun is for, to make sure you can do that. They're afraid that shootings are going to increase. Of course, that's what liberals say. It's going to cause more deaths and more shootings. I think just the opposite, but I'm telling you this because I've been reading the news over the last few weeks and how they're trying to stir the pot on people, trying to be heroes with their guns. And like I said, that's for you to cover yourself and your loved ones. If there's a threat anywhere near you and you have a way to get away from that threat, you do that. That's all I'm going to tell you about your handgun. I've been trained thousands of hours with firearms. Retired police officer, military training. It's not my job if somebody starts shooting over in housewares and I'm over in books and there's an exit closer to me than what I am to them. I'm going out that exit, guys. It's not my job anymore. I got to protect myself. But now what if you can't get away from the threat? Here's the biggie. What if you're at home? Somebody wants to come in your house. I'm going to tell you right now, unload on that ass. Give them all you got. Make sure, if you do have a firearm, like I've said before, for home defense, a shotgun is the absolute best weapon. Nothing better. Not an AR-15 or an AK-47. Don't matter. A shotgun is the best home defense weapon out there. And if you ever get in that situation, give them all you got. Rock and roll. There's no limits. That's your house. You have the absolute right to protect yourself and make the very best of it. But now here's where you don't want to shoot. All right? You start shooting, even if you hit them, and they get out of your house, don't go out after them. Don't do it. Get on the phone, call 911, and tell them you shot somebody. You'll see a quick response then. Yep, you tell the police then you shot somebody. They have to respond. It's not like I think I hit somebody that was trying to come through my door. No. Tell them you did. But don't go outside. You wait inside for the police to show up because that threat is outside of your home. You're inside where it's safe. Close that door, lock it if you can. If you can't, set back, take a defensive position in your house and watch that breach point. And if they try to come back in, party time, rock and roll again. But I don't think they're going to. I never saw a case in all of my years of working break-ins and robberies and whatever where the bad guys were shot at, they got out and they came back in. That just don't happen because they know there is a shit storm waiting back inside for them. So you stay in there and you wait for the police. There's actually been cases of people that defended their home. Then they went outside and they either got injured or killed, or outside they killed somebody. And then they wound up being tried for that murder or that assault because the threat was no longer there as long as they were inside their home. So that's the main thing I wanted to come here and tell you tonight. All right. If you're out in public, shooting starts, get the hell out. Distance. Remember that. distance is the greatest defense to a threat. If you're in your home and they're bringing that threat to you, give it all you got inside your home. Rock and roll, let them have it, but don't go outside that door because you might wind up getting arrested. You might wind up getting killed, especially here in Orlando. Our DA is a liberal Democrat that was financed by George Soros. And if you're of one particular color and you shoot somebody outside your home of another particular color, you're probably going to go to jail. And I absolutely guarantee you it's going to a grand jury. They might turn a true bill on you and you might wind up being tried for assault or murder. So that's the main thing I wanted to bring you here tonight. Looks like David made it. All right. Appreciate it, buddy. John Hickman. All right. Arkansas is in the house. But that's the main thing I wanted to bring to you tonight. As long as that threat is in your house or in your face, you do what you have to do to defeat it. Once that threat's neutralized, stop. Okay? That's what they're going to try you on. But always remember, it's better to be tried by 12 than carried by 6. Always remember that. But I'm going to get out of here with that. I published a couple of videos in the last few days. I hope you checked them out. One was a short, nice little tip for your bug out bag or your get home bag. And the other was a review on a small portable stove you can stick in your get home bag. Hope you'll check those out and hope you enjoy them. Give me a thumbs up. Share them with your friends if you know you liked them. So I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully I'll see you on Thursday night. We know there's gonna be a lot more crazy between now and then. So let's watch what happens and keep prepping, folks. Don't stop. It's not getting any better. Nothing's getting any better. And it never will. We're on a downhill slide and it's not going to stop. So with that, I want to say stay strong. Keep prepping. Pray for the United States of America. We need it now more than ever. The Orlando Prepper is out.